Hello, welcome back, everybody. Welcome to day 15 of our 21-day journey together. My name is Emily. I live in LA, California. Blessed to be close to the coastline. I'm from China originally. I've been meditating for the past 10 years, 10 wonderful years. If you've seen me on the West Coast programs, hi again. But it's my first time to be on the national programs. So it's good to see some new faces, make new friends. Cool. Before we start, I'd like to remind you to get a foot soak bucket ready. So we're gonna do a foot soak today. Please prepare a dishpan filled with warm water, however warm you want it, a handful of salt, which will be in the water, towel, and rinse water. So I have mine right here. Cool. If you're new tonight, and that's totally fine. By the way, if you would like to have a review of what we've covered before, please watch the recordings on the website. Or you could also, at the end of today's program, send a message in the Zoom chat to breakout room help. And we'll have a Sahaja Yoga teacher providing you with an introduction to Sahaja Yoga and answer any questions you have. I also want to remind you to request a mentor. And to do that, please fill out the form in our Zoom chat. And I highly recommend you doing that because then you will get a bit of a personal teacher who will guide you through your journey of self-discovery and meditation. If you have already requested one, please allow us some time to find the right mentor, the right fit for you. We've got 150 requests so far, so that's great. But don't worry, we'll make sure everyone gets a mentor. Cool. One more announcement. After the 21 days, we will take a 2-week break, and then we will continue for another 21-day program, but not on a daily basis. So starting February 27th, we will be starting a 3-day-a-week program for 7 weeks. And these are going to be on Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. So make sure you mark that on your calendar, and we'll see you back. Cool. A quick recap of what we've covered yesterday. We just did the heart chakra, and that awakens unconditional love from us. But today we're going to move up to the Vishuddhi Chakra, and that represents our quality to watch and to witness without reacting. So as usual, we will have 2 presenters with guided meditation. We'll watch a short video of Shri Mataji, our meditation teacher. We'll have some lovely live music from our amazing musician. And in the end, we'll do a Q&A session with all the presenters today and sharing their stories. Cool. Sahaja Yoga is always free. Please be assured that we will never charge you, as this is your own journey. And now let me introduce our presenters for today. Today we have Wendy and Ale. So we have quite a LA hub today. Wendy, she's like a powerhouse for a lot of the programs. Please introduce yourself to us.
Hi, I'm Wendy from Los Angeles. I'm thrilled to be here. I started my journey when I was just a young adult, 21 years old, and it has been so amazing for me. So it's great to talk about this witness state, which has helped me so much. And maybe we could invite Rohit on as well. Okay, there we go. Looking forward to presenting the foot soak tonight.
Thank you. And Ale, it's always nice to see your lovely face again.
It's a pleasure to be here with all of you. My name is Ale. I'm from Los Angeles, California. I've been meditating with Sahaja Yoga since 2015. And I can relate a lot to this topic of today, which is the Vishuddhi, which has awakened many qualities in me, the communication and the confidence. And I'm looking forward to guiding the second meditation.
Beautiful. And last but not least, Rohit, our musician for the day. Please tell us something about yourself.
Hello, I'm Rohit. I'm joining from South Florida. I have been meditating for past 2 years, and I'll be playing the Indian bansuri, the flute, and presenting Rag Yaman for a little bit during the silent meditation. Thank you for having me.
Amazing. Really looking forward to that. All right, without further ado, I'll hand it over to Wendy.
Awesome. Lovely to be with all of you. So nice to talk about this witness state. These qualities of the chakras are actually powers within us. And when we manifest them, it makes a huge change in our lives. So tonight we're talking about the throat chakra here, the Vishuddhi. And one of the main things we are able to do when our chakra becomes very strong and we meditate more and practice it a little bit is what we call the witness state, which is where we're able to watch our thoughts and feelings without reacting. And it's such a powerful tool. We also have a great sense of connection through this chakra, connection to our true self and respecting ourselves, and also connection to others, other people other than ourselves, and even more important, a connection to something greater than ourselves, a feeling of the collective consciousness of being part of something whole and complete and perfect and beautiful, which fills us with a feeling of joy. So now we're going to bring up a slide and show you where it is in our subtle system. So you can see on the right side of the slide, the blue chakra, the fifth chakra in the throat, is the Vishuddhi that we're going to be talking about tonight. And it's also in our hands on the fifth finger, and in the blue there as well. And when this clears, we can feel vibrations much better in our hands. We're just starting, so you have to be a little patient, because you're going to be able to feel much more of a connection to your subtle system. Again, feeling the connection through Vishuddhi, because the vibrations flow from the throat down through the hands, and our hands become more sensitive. So we get these qualities of self-worth, diplomacy, detachment, feeling oneness with everyone. We can take the slide down. So this feeling of self-respect starts here on the left side of the Vishuddhi. And this love we have for ourselves, because we can see how beautiful we are. We can see what we truly are, and not just our faults. And here on the right side, we have our connection to others by how we speak and how we give love through our voice. And then, of course, here, this is where we get that main connection to the witness state and to feeling like we're part of something greater than ourselves. So let's start our foot soak. Let's begin by raising our kundalinis up and giving ourselves a bandhan. It's nice to tip the head back a little bit when you tie the knot, because that opens up the Vishuddhi chakra. And we're tying up our desire to have our kundalini up. So we'll tie 3 knots the last time. And as we do our bandhan, which is a protection we draw around ourselves, let's keep our awareness on the right hand, and we may be able to feel the cool vibrations coming from our hands and being drawn around us. If we don't feel it right away, eventually we will, if we always watch and see what we're feeling. You raise your kundalini and give yourself a bandhan. It's nice to see, just sit for a minute and second and see, how do I feel inside? What am I feeling? Sometimes we feel a little more on our hands. Sometimes we just feel our thoughts slowing down. It's nice to take note. How am I feeling at the beginning of my meditation? Okay, now we can bend over our water and give the water a circular bandhan, just to give it vibrations and to express our desire for the foot soak to be effective and clear us. So now that we're ready, we can go ahead and put our feet in the water. And tonight we're going to have, you can be very active in clearing chakras and so on during foot soak. But tonight, let's just take our glasses off. And tonight, let's go deeply and quietly during our foot soak inside ourselves. So let's begin by putting our right hand on the center of our chest, above our center heart. And just allowing our hand to guide us inside. Very gentle focus inside our heart, below where our hand is. And with our hand still here, we can take 3 deep cleansing breaths. We'll just breathe in deeply and slowly. Hold it for a few seconds and then exhale. And as we breathe out, we'll relax our bodies, and any stress we have will just blow the stress out. So let's take our 3 cleansing breaths together. And when we're done with our breaths, we can just breathe normally. Breathe in and out normally and just watch the air going in and out of our lungs. Just allow this to help us relax and slow down with the rhythm of our breath. It's a very gentle focus on the breath. We can take our right hand and put it down. We'll just watch our breath for a short time together. And as we're breathing, we can just allow our body to relax. We can allow our shoulders to relax. And we can take our right hand and put it on our left side of our shoulder, where our neck and shoulder meet. Hold it quite firmly. And this is where we learn to respect and love ourselves and to know we are worthy of being here. We deserve to be at peace. So let's turn our head slightly to the right just to open the chakra up. And within ourselves, quietly to ourselves, we can just say the affirmation, Mother Kundalini, I love and respect myself. We can keep our awareness there in the left side of our throat and bring our hand down and just desire to learn, to truly learn to love ourselves, to have respect for who we truly are. Now we can take the left hand and put the left hand on the right side of our neck, where our neck meets our shoulder, and hold it quite firmly. And turn our head a little bit to the left to open it up. And this is where we learn to show respect to other people by expressing love and acceptance when we speak to them. So here we can say the affirmation, Mother Kundalini, please help me to speak more sweetly and with respect. We can take our left hand down. Just sit for a moment. And to open our Vishuddhi, it's really helpful to relax our face. All the muscles on our face, our jaw. Even where we swallow, we can allow that to relax and open a little. We can just desire for this connection, to feel connected. We can take our right hand and just put the palm of our hand across where we swallow. And allow our hand to guide our awareness into the throat, the center of our throat chakra. And we keep our awareness there very gently, putting the hand down, and see, how does my Vishuddhi feel? See how your entire Vishuddhi is feeling. The center of the throat, the left side of the throat and left shoulder, the right side of the throat and right shoulder. And let's just sit for a minute and step back as though we're watching everything happening inside of us, thoughts, feelings, memories, from a distance. Like we're sitting in the seats of a theater watching everything going on that's busy inside up on the screen, and there's a little distance. And when we have a thought, we can just let it go by. And when we have a feeling, we can allow it to rise and fall and just watch without judging. Now we can come to the surface enough to rinse our feet and put our foot soak to the side, out of the way until after the program. And we can just try to keep watching, witnessing what's going on inside. And now we can go ahead and watch a wonderful video of Shri Mataji and talking about the Vishuddhi Chakra and the lovely qualities of this chakra.
I thought you are all realized souls already. How did you get them here? I don't know. Are they afraid of the Albert Hall or what? All right. So I think we can try that again. Just put your hands towards me like. Just take out my shoes. It's all right. You have to take out your shoes, that's all. Now, as I said yesterday, that another simple thing is that you have to forgive yourself. As it is, you know, it's a fashion to feel guilty for everything. I don't know how it has started, but to feel guilty. It's a fashion. Say sorry. Formerly, on the telephone, we used to say, I beg your pardon, all right? Nowadays they say sorry. Sorry for what? So this sorriness is too much. Now don't be sorry for anything here. You shouldn't feel sorry in any way. Don't feel guilty. You have done nothing wrong. Believe me, It's all nonsense that you must have read some novel or might have read some, I don't know what, that you have to feel guilty. You are not sinners by any chance, take it from me. They are not sinners. It's all just money-making propositions, I think, to say you are all sinners, you give us money, so all your sins will be washed off. I don't know, they also give guarantee card, I'm saying. So all these gimmicks, you must understand, it has nothing to do with reality. So just in your heart, you believe me that you are not sinners, not to feel guilty for small things. Our norms are so much that you can feel guilty for anything. Say you spilled coffee, finished. All your life you are bothered that I spilled coffee. I mean, coffee is to be spilled only. I don't understand. So these stupid, nonsensical norms that we have adopted are really responsible for creating this feeling of guilt within us also. Also, all funny ideas you read, the books you read and things you read, because you are on the way of righteousness. You are on the way of reality. So you start saying, oh my God, I did this. I should not have done it. It's all right, forget it. If you have done anything wrong, at that moment only, you should neutralize it. But don't carry the load all your life on your left Vishuddhi. It's a very dangerous thing, because you develop spondylitis. If not that, you can develop angina. So this is a very important center, and don't feel guilty for no fault of yours. So this is another very simple condition. And the third one is, as you forgive yourself for everything, you should forgive others also. Because yesterday I told you, whether you forgive or don't forgive, you don't do anything. But if you don't forgive others, then you are playing into wrong hands. So just say, I forgive everyone, which is very important. Because here people believe that how can I forgive? It's very difficult. What is difficult? Nothing. Just have to say, Mother, I forgive everyone. Finished. Once for all you say that, and you'll be surprised, this center will open out. Without these two centers opening up, the Kundalini cannot pierce through. So just help yourself with these two things, just in your heart you have to say. Now in your hands, just see, watch what's happening on your hands. As I told you yesterday, all these fingers are activated when you get your realization of vibrations. Because these are all centers of the sympathetic nervous system endings. And in these centers, what you find is that these are centers on the right hand side are for your physical and mental being. Left hand side are for your emotional being. So you can see these 5 centers, 6 and 7. This is the 7th center, which is here in the head, in the limbic area. So you have these 7 centers, and you start feeling on the 7 centers the vibrations, the divine power, to see that. Now one scientist in Russia, I told you yesterday, has found out through his calculations and mathematical things from my photograph that according to him I am the source of this cosmic energy. I don't know what to say, but whatever it is, you just feel it yourself on your fingertips. Just feel it. A cool breeze or a hot breeze will be coming. Now, what's this signal? No one knows. All right. Put the right hand like this, and put the left hand on top of the fontanelle bone area, through which the Kundalini pierces through. You can bend your head better. And now see for yourself. If there's a cool or a hot breeze coming out of it. If it is hot, nothing to worry, that means some correction is needed, but maybe it might cool down just now. Put your right hand towards me, bend your head, and see with your left hand. Not touch the head, keep it away, and see for yourself. You can move your hand from left to right. If you are not forgiving yourself or others, there will be hot breeze coming in. But it should be cool breeze of the Holy Ghost. So now see for yourself. It's called as Ruh, or is called also as Param Chaitanya. Now put your left hand towards me. Now put down your head and see with your right hand now. Bend your head and see from your right hand. You can raise it, you can move it, and see for yourself if there's a cool or hot breeze coming out of it. Once more, you put your right hand towards me and see with the left hand. All right. Now, please put both your hands towards me and watch me without thinking, just without thinking. You can do it without thinking. Yeah. Now, you can raise your both the hands towards the sky like this. Bend back your head and ask a question. Any one of these questions, 3 questions, ask one of them. 3 times in your heart. 3 times. You can ask, Mother, is this the cool breeze of the Holy Ghost? Second question, is this the all-pervading power of divine love? Third question, is this the Param Chaitanya? Any one of these questions you have to ask only 3 times, that's all. Now take it down. All those who have felt cool or hot breeze on the fingertips or on the palms or out of the fontanelle bone area, please raise all your hands. See now. My God. See all of them. May God bless you. May God bless you. Bless you.
Let's continue to meditate in silence for a minute.
We're going to cultivate this state of meditation, bringing our attention at the top of our head, and at the same time, our attention's on both of the palms of our hands. We're going to bring our attention and our left hand on the right shoulder, on the right Vishuddhi. And at the same time, we're going to invite our Mother Kundalini. And we're going to make an affirmation here. Mother Kundalini, sweeten my voice so that everything I say is filled with love and truth. And we can place our left palm on our lap. And now we're going to bring our attention at the center of our throat, our center Vishuddhi. And at the same time, we're going to bring our right hand in front of it at a distance. And just take a moment to feel any vibration that's emitting from our Vishuddhi Chakra. Becoming fully aware of any sensation or feeling. We're going to ask our Mother Kundalini to come to our Vishuddhi Chakra, and we're going to make an affirmation. At the same time, we're going to rotate our hand clockwise, gently and aware, Mother Kundalini, please remove any obstacles in the Vishuddhi. We're going to grab all of that and gently, with love, we're going to hand it to the Mother Earth. Once more, we're going to bring our right hand in front of our throat. Taking a moment to observe and feel any sensation, vibration coming out of our Vishuddhi Chakra. Every time we're becoming more aware of our perception. Mother Kundalini, please let me feel the vibrations. Mother Kundalini, please let me feel the vibrations. Gently, we're going to place our hand on our throat. Our attention's on our throat. And at the same time, our attention's at the top of our head. Mother Kundalini, please let the qualities of collectivity, witness, and independence develop within me. Mother Kundalini, I let go of any expectations in my life and embrace the present moment fully. We're going to separate our hand from our throat in front of us. And again, observe if we can perceive any vibrations emitting from our Vishuddhi Chakra. Becoming more aware of any sensation that we can perceive. Gently, we're gonna take our right hand and bring it all the way to the top of our head on Sahaja, at the crown of our head. Gently pressing. And we're gonna bring our right hand again on at the base of our spine, but in front of us. With the right hand, we're gonna slowly and gently bring it through the center of our center channel. Bringing more strands of our Mother Kundalini in connection to our Sahasrara. We'll do it 2 more times. Each time becoming more aware of what we're feeling. Once we reach the top of our head, we're gonna press gently with love and do a clockwise motion, settling all our full attention at the crown of our head. Mother Kundalini, please manifest the state of silence and allow me to feel all your divine vibrations. We're going to separate our hand from our head a few inches. Taking a moment to observe of what we're feeling. Then gently resting our hand on our lap and leaving our full attention at the top of our head. We're going to stay in a moment of silent meditation. Enjoying the oneness and unity with the all-pervading power of love and connection. For me, we can take a deep breath and start opening our eyes. And wiggling our fingers and toes. We can collectively raise our Kundalini. Left hand in front of us, and then the right hand revolving around the left. Both of the hands at the height of at our hips. Once we reach the top, we're going to tie one knot. And again, we'll repeat the same step. Once we reach the top of our head, we're going to tie 2 knots. We'll repeat this step one more time. Now we're going to tie 3 knots. And we're going to cover ourselves in a bandha. Left hand open, and then with the right hand, we're going to cover our head all the way to the other side of our body. And this is 1. We're going to repeat it 7 times. And now we'll bring Emily back. She has a few announcements for us.
Hi, what a beautiful program that was very much needed for me also. I'm seeing some messages from the chat wishing us, giving us love and support for the LA fire, and I deeply, deeply appreciate that. I think that's exactly what the Vishuddhi power is enabling us to do. We're sharing, we're growing stronger by sharing that support, that collectivity support. And this is what got us through those difficult times. And we are recovering from the fires. Cool. Before we wrap up, I have a few announcements for you, and this is something that's really exciting. Tomorrow, we will start having a workshop after we'll do the meditation, the futsog, we'll watch videos, but then we'll do a little workshop, and this is your opportunity to interact with other people who are starting to meditate, and also other Sahaja Yoga practitioners. The topic for tomorrow is going up to the Agya Chakra, and that's represent our ability to forgive. Cool. And now also, we will be having an additional online program and workshop for anyone in Australian or Asian time zones. I'm really excited for this. It's going to be Sunday, February 9th, also tomorrow. It's going to be 8 p.m. Sydney time, 4:30 p.m. Delhi time, and noon for European time. And this is also on Zoom. Cool. And lastly, we have, if you want to look for resources for our program, you can join our community on the WhatsApp group to receive daily messages and course reminders. And you can also see all of our sessions, handouts on our website by scanning the QR code. And lastly, please request a mentor. And to do that, just fill out the form in the Zoom chat. And now I'm gonna, we're gonna start our Q&A session. And then there are a couple ways you can ask a question. If you want to talk to a Sahaja Yoga teacher privately, please write to breakout room help to meet with a Sahaja Yoga teacher in a breakout room. Or you could write to chat Q&A in the chat, or write to me directly with any questions you have. And we will be bringing back our presenters for today. Okay. I got my first question from the chat. What does pain on right side shoulder and neck means? I think Wendy would be a good person to answer that question.
Yeah, I got a froggy in my throat on the right side tonight, actually, a little bit. We're physically connected to the subtle system, to our chakras. So if you're feeling something going on here on your shoulder or in your throat, it's to do with the right Vishuddhi, and it's probably because it's clearing, or maybe sometimes the Kundalini will go there. We were directing with our hands. We were directing the vibrations there. And sometimes if it's a little tight, and in America, we do have a lot of pressure on our Vishuddhis. So, if you go to other countries, you'll feel that the chakra is a little more open. So we're probably just having a big clear out of that right Vishuddhi, which is where we learn to express love. So it's lovely to clear it, and we can expect to feel sometimes a little tightness in a chakra, or even a little tenderness.
Yeah, I actually also sometimes feel that like that slight pain on my shoulders, which goes away with some meditation. So that brings us to the next question, actually. What experiences have you had that helped you to understand and integrate the qualities of Vishuddhi in your life?
Ale, would you like to answer that?
Of course, yeah. Actually, I love to do a lot of crafts. And when if you're learning something new or you're teaching something, it takes patience. So I developed those patience through the meditation and those qualities that come with the Vishuddhi chakra of communicating clearly of the task and being patient and not like getting frustrating and doing things that sometimes will take us out of balance. So it's always nice to see that develop through the meditation.
So I can add to that. My experience with the Vishuddhi, out of a kind of interesting epiphany during COVID. I've always been collective. So that's a quality of the Vishuddhi. That's where you go out of your way to be with people. You try to give them love, connect with them and stuff. But I always had this one sort of misgiving, which is that I felt people were a bit difficult. And like when I wanted them to do what I wanted them to do, they very rarely did. And for a long time, I couldn't even say, I really need this. If you could do this for me, that would be helpful. So I thought that was the issue. So finally, I got my boundaries together enough to actually sweetly say, if you could do this, this would really help me. And what I found out is people still did most of the time exactly what they wanted to. So I was thinking, okay, people are a little bit sometimes difficult, and animals give this unconditional love. Then COVID hit, and I'm a realtor, so the industry shut down. We weren't allowed out of our house. My husband is a news editor and cameraman, so he was doing 12-hour shifts 6 days a week about COVID. So I was alone, and I couldn't even go to the coffee shop. That was closed. And that's when I found out how much collectivity and other people really mean to me, and how that actually, they just fill me up, and I I charge my batteries up by this constant interaction and love and everything else. So I was able to see what collectivity and people really mean to me, and that I was really misunderstanding some of that.
Yeah, I think for me, I think my experience on top of my head to this question is that I just always got people. I go to school, so I always got people at school that that kind of just asked me like, how are you able to always enjoy yourself in front of other people? And I think that's something that I didn't really intend to. I didn't really practice or try to behave in certain ways. But I think that just as my Vishuddhi became clear, became better, that naturally just happened, that we just become very joyful, very happy, be able to express our love in front of people. Yeah.
That's not something that's always easy in the Asian community.
Exactly.
I have a second son who's not actually my adopted son or anything. I would if I could, but he grew up at our house a lot, and he's Japanese. And for him, even in our family where we're very expressive of our feelings, it was very hard for him to say things like, I love you, and throw his arms around me and give me a hug. And now he can do that after years.
I learned that also after I left China. And it's just been an amazing experience of, being able to express myself freely and, in a way that I could feel that love coming out of me, and it's just amazing.
It's a quality of the Vishuddhi,
Exactly.
like, because he was basically raised as a Japanese young man in America. So for him to get that quality of the Vishuddhi and just see him as a man now able to express all that was just a lovely feeling.
And that's the beauty of Sahaja Yoga, because it's so diverse. You get to meet people all over the world. Something that I was not prior to the meditation, not like being part of it. And once I started practicing, I started meeting people from all over the world. And it's so beautifully how everyone is just integrated, and so nicely we can communicate and express ourselves in many different ways.
Yeah, I feel totally the same. We do have a couple questions. I'll just go in order. So someone asked, I've been practicing daily since day one, but haven't felt anything in my hands at all. What can I do to help feel that sensation in my hands?
All right, I can take that one. So for us to feel vibrations in our hands, the Vishuddhi on that side, for example, for the left hand, needs to relax and open. And sometimes, well, our Vishuddhis, when we're just starting out, they're clearing and they're maybe a little tight. And so we don't feel the vibrations flowing down into our hands. So the best way to feel vibration, well, there's a couple of things. One thing is that you can work on, supposedly you're feeling vibrations in your right hand, but not on your left hand. Then you can clear this. You can clear it by giving a bandhan and pulling the energy out, or you can put your hand on there, or you can desire it to clear, all these things. And also, so you can do that if you're not feeling, you can do it for your entire Vishuddhi. And the other thing is, the more you actually try to feel it, not in a kind of intense way, but the more you give yourself chances to sit, put your attention on your hand, see if you feel the energy moving in the throat, see if you can feel it going down the hand. Eventually you feel more because you're actually focusing and desiring. You're desiring to feel it. And for some people, if they've been smoking, it can take a couple of months to actually feel much in the hands for many folks. And you shouldn't be too hard on yourself because the vibrations are still there. The Kundalini is still moving, and eventually you will become more sensitive.
Yeah, and also if I can add something to that, not really answering this question, but it also took me some time to like really feel everything. But I was much younger and it didn't bother me at all that I wasn't feeling anything. just do it for the joy, do it for the peace and the collectivity, do it to make yourself a better person. So like don't really focus so much on am I feeling this? And it's totally fine if you're not feeling anything. And for some people I know it's just they took a long time and then one day just boom, everything's there. So yeah, don't stress about it at all.
I mean, you said the main thing, which is what you really want is to feel the peace inside and the quiet and the joy. So that's the thing. And if you're feeling that, then you can just give it time to feel this connection on the hands to your chakras. You can feel your chakras inside of your body as well. So there are other ways to feel the chakras and physically feel them.
Yeah. Okay. Going through the next question. Okay. Today's talk about not to feel guilty. Does repenting from a mistake help with the process of not to feel guilt?
I would like to add to this question that it's not so much of what's going on, just making that assertness with yourself and forgive no matter who it is, what happened, and detaching yourself from whatever situation that is happening, and just forgive yourself helps a lot. Sometimes we don't understand what's happening to us or the relationships we have with certain people. But once you start making aware of yourself and just telling your mother Kundalini, I forgive. You could always communicate with your mother Kundalini and ask her, you know what, mother Kundalini, I don't understand the situation, but please, I forgive. I forgive everything that I'm feeling at this moment. And you're just gonna notice that everything's just gonna sort of like relax in yourself, and you're gonna be feeling more calm, and things are gonna start feeling more clearer. You're gonna have more clarity, and that's something I tend to use too. If I feel that situation that it's out of my control, I just communicate and start talking to my mother Kundalini because she knows everything and especially everyone very well. So as long as you communicate with her, let her know how you're feeling, what's going on, she takes care of everything.
Yeah, exactly. I think I'm just
Can I add one thing?
yeah, of course.
With feeling guilty, I think the most important thing is if you have made a mistake, face it. Don't hide it in guilt. Change it, and next time you learn. We all make mistakes. We're human. We're flawed. So you just learn from it, face it, accept that that wasn't right, and change your behavior moving forward. And then, there's no need to stick it here, right? We don't need to stick it here. We stick mistakes when we do something from our ego that hurts another person, then we react and stick it here as guilt. The best thing to do is just change the behavior and not act harshly from our ego again.
Yeah, so I feel exactly like you said, like just I think another quality of the Vishuddhi is to witness. So be brave, accept what has happened, and I'm just I think I'm known to be someone that's never awkward or never embarrassed because I look at myself, look at what I did, and I could just laugh at myself for being silly and making mistakes. But I do learn from it, so it's not like repenting from mistake exactly that helps, but witness what happened, accept it, be brave, learn from it, basically. Okay. Okay, I think we have time for one last question. As we've talked about, the principle of collectivity and being part and parcel of the whole, of expanding into a greater awareness than our own personal awareness. So what do collectivity and be part and parcel of the whole mean to you, and how has it worked in your life?
I'll start. Being part of that collectivity, it's just being truly, I can say, like a part of a team, or you could be integrating everyone, no matter what culture you are or anything. You could integrate everyone into working together, and it extends out to work, to friends, to family. Sometimes I could just think of it right now. You're at a party, you go into a party, and you don't know anyone in there, right? So when you're going into a party, sometimes it could be a little bit awkward. Okay, how am I gonna communicate with these people that I don't truly know? Probably you just know the host. And surely collectivity comes in there, because as you start to talk to people, it's like, oh, hi, where are you coming from? You start making that connection, it could be small talk, or how's your day been? And at the same time, you're integrating them into like coming together little by little. Next thing you know, you start talking to everyone at a party, and everyone is just integrated, like you know each other from different types of backgrounds, yet you're in the same space, united, enjoying yourself, having that sense of festivities together. So that's what's coming to me as part of what collectivity is, an example of it. And yeah.
I love the whole teamwork thing, because that's what I love the most. The coming together of people, and you actually have more than the separate parts, because of this synergy that comes from this sort of openness and collectivity, and no one is competing, and everyone is just working together on that. And that's what I love the most. I love when everyone we're all different. We're all like different flowers, right? And I love when people can just add their special touch, and everyone goes, yeah, and here's my special touch. And you work together on this thing, and it just becomes, like if it's an event, it becomes a beautiful event. It just adds to the beauty and the diversity of the whole thing. And when we're talking about, I think in the question you were talking about, feeling something greater than yourself, or this, in the question, what was the other part besides collectivity, Emily?
Being part and parcel of the whole.
Part and parcel of the whole. So for me, yes, that happens when you're in this kind of team situation, but it also happens within yourself. So when you go very, very deeply into meditation, you feel this. It's like we are these little shut off little drops, and we have our ego and we have our super ego, and until our kundalini comes up and comes out the top of our head, we're separated, and we're separate in some way. And when we connect, when this beautiful feeling of connection here manifests here, and we become part of collective consciousness or a greater consciousness, it's like for the first time in your life, you don't feel lonely. You're by yourself in a sense, but you're not, because you're connected to the whole. And that is a very warm and wonderful feeling, to know that you are connected to every human being. And people make mistakes. Some people go way off track, but most of us are pretty good. And we're connected through this kundalini, through our spirit, and through this Vishuddhi, where we start feeling, okay, I am part of some really beautiful, sparkly, greater awareness than my own individual awareness. So for me, that's helped me a lot. Just, and I know it takes time to feel all those things, but in Sahaja Yoga meditation, you can feel close to other people who do it right away. They can give you support. That's what the whole mentorship thing is just to, not be by yourself, be a team. Maybe it's a team of two, but it's a team. And, like that you start not being cut off from others, and you start being connected, and then not only just to people, but also to this whole great vibrational universe within ourselves.
I love it. That's just a beautiful way to end our program today. I hope that you've learned something about the Vishuddhi and you feel peace from today's program. The breakout rooms will still be open, so if you'd like to ask more questions, feel free to send a message to Breakout Room Help, and we will be playing some more meditation music for you if you'd like to meditate more. And we'll see you tomorrow.
Good night.
Night.
you.